Hey YouTube, so this week on Witch Please, I wanted to speak about the magical uses of spices and herbs from the witch's kitchen. Now, I have wanted to talk about this for a while, but the last time I recorded this series of videos, my laptop had a meltdown, which took all the recorded videos along with it. So I'm having to record them all from scratch. So I really hope you like this series. And if anyone should happen to come across another spice rack like this with these amazing vintage spice jars, let me know. I want more. I'm actually hoping to find 3 more of these because it's kind of anything like that, and I was hoping to um, connect them all together so they form a circle. I would remove this top bit and put it on a Lazy Susan with a utensil crock in the middle. So that is why I'm looking for 3 more of these unusual little spice rack contraptions. But anyway, on to my vlog. Okay, so today the herb I wanted to speak about is mace, and if none of you have ever used mace or worked with it, it smells amazing. It actually smells just like my great aunt's kitchen, and I used to bake with her a lot, so I actually use mace in my Hearth Witch incense that I use to cleanse and consecrate my home, my bedroom, and the kitchen where I do most of my witchcrafting. Um, Mace is actually very protective. That's really the primary use of it. If you've ever seen mace, or if you don't know what it looks like, I will upload a graphic to give you an idea of what mace looks like. But it's really sort of a fine filigree cage-like protective material that's scarlet red, and it grows on the outside of the nutmeg. The nutmeg is the seed of the fruit. Um, and in fact, it was in an 8th century grimoire called the Grimoire. Hold on, I will get this out of my mouth. The Grimoirum Verum, and it was blended with frankincense and agar wood to compose a magical incense that was used to cleanse and consecrate the magician's circles prior to a magical operation. So in that sense, it's very protective, and I believe that its sort of cage-like growth around the nutmeg may have given rise to its magical protective qualities. Now, I did forget to mention that the scent or the aroma of mace is considered much, even though it's said to be extremely similar to nutmeg, which it is, it's considered to be much more refined than nutmeg. And I think by that, what is meant is that if you compare mace to nutmeg, then you will know that nutmeg is a lot more, the aroma is a lot more in your face and direct, whereas mace, it's a lot more subtle and nuanced. But I also wanted to speak about nutmeg while I was at it. As I mentioned before, nutmeg is the seed of the myristicate fruit. And because it is such a large seed, it is also associated with Well, because it's a seed anyway, it is associated with the planet Mercury. But because it is such a large seed, I really can't think of many seeds that are larger. It is associated also with the planet Jupiter. Nutmeg is therefore the seed of opportunity that inspires us with prosperous ideas and expands our financial prospects by unleashing sort of these fortunate influences. It was used by the abbess, what is her name? Hildegard von Bingen in Germany, um, to create cookies, because nutmeg was believed to open the heart and make someone more loving. Of course, it's also a renowned entheogen, but the necessary dose for tripping out on nutmeg is extremely close to the lethal dose. These days, something I've often seen is sort of a reaction against using even very banal herbs and spices that have entheogenic purposes at all. You say that an herb has an entheogenic potential, and you see a lot of people reacting as though, hands up, you cannot even list those herbs now in some books without having a disclaimer that's at least a page long anymore, which is ridiculous because you use it commonly enough in cooking and baking. There's just no reason to have to be quite so politically correct when dealing with certain culinary herbs and spices these days. So, in that sense, nutmeg is really sort of a precursor to the love drug ecstasy, but it has more prosperous uses as well. It is useful in money magic and in gambling luck, especially because it helps to sort of manifest a lucky streak. A famous American charm is to simply drill a hole into a nutmeg and fill it with quicksilver, and to carry that around as a good luck charm. And I'm almost certain that would have been absolutely beneficial to any gambler who had the wherewithal to carry such a charm on his or her person. And as always, all of this information really comes from years of research and pretty much directly from the book I'm writing on herb magic. It's the working title is Hecate's Garden, but that may end up changing. If you like Hecate's Garden as the title, let me know. If you would be interested to hear some of the ideas that I have for renaming it, let me know. But really, until my book is out in public, I would like to recommend one of my favorite books on herbal magic. It was written by my friend Anna Franklin with someone that she knows named Susan Lavender, and it is called Herbcraft: A Guide to the Shamanic and Ritual Uses of Herbs. It was published by Capel Ban in England, and I believe it came out the year that I graduated high school. So it's an oldie but a goldie, and as you can see, I've had to repair the spine several times because it's been careworn. As you can see, the front section has discolored because I flipped through it so often as a resource. I've even scribbled notes in it. I have little pieces of paper with notes written on it. It's really one of my favorite books. So if you can go out and buy a copy, I highly recommend it. I think it's actually selling now for much less than what I bought my copy for, because I bought it in the first few years of the 2000s, I think, and it cost me between $40 and $50, because I had to buy it from the American distributor of Capel Ban. It was well worth it. I have loved it every day. It has a pride place on my library. So, if you're looking for a really good, solid book on herbal magic, you can't do any much better than this one. This is really, in my opinion, an underground classic that I wish more people knew about. I wish that more people had it in their library. For years, I used to take it with me to a local pagan group, hoping that that by looking through it, it would inspire others to hunt down a copy themselves. But I really don't think it quite had that effect on them. They looked through it, they really liked what they saw, but I don't think they were willing to actually buy a copy, which is unfortunate because it's a damn good book. One of the best in my opinion. So until maybe even tomorrow, keep calm and witch on, and I will see you again. So when you think you have gas, eat a little dill, drink a little dill tea. Eat it in your sandwiches. But it might also have to do with another old belief